Alright, BobalosRex here, and soon we are going to be heading off to the Siren Isles. The patch 11.0.7 is coming out, and I wanted to discuss all the mounts in the data. I will mention which ones are in the journal, which ones are coming out, and I wanted to highlight a site I like a lot, Warcraft Mounts. You know, just boom, warcraftmounts.com, boom, everything you need to know on mounts. It also links over to Wowhead guides and all that good stuff. But let's get started. What are the new mounts coming in 11.0.7, and how do we get them? So, first one, we got Honeyback Hive Mother here, and it's earned from the I'm on Island Time achievement. So that's one of the new meta achievements. It's going to be a Horde B mount. It's a neutral B, but Horde can finally get a B mount, which is nice. I do think the original should just transfer over, but it's great. You're just going to be able to check what you need here. So I just clicked that. I'm on Island Time, links over to the Wowhead. You're going to need all the new meta achievements for all the BFA zones. Wowhead's got a whole Janny guide right here. I've discussed it in another video, so that's that preview of another mount coming up. But yeah, it's just part of that meta. Cool little bee. Next up, we got another bee. Timely Buzz Bee. This one's going to be coming from the Master of the Turbulent Timeways 2. That event is set for 7 weeks. You just need to do 5, and it's basically like 5 time walking dungeons, get a buff, and then you keep that buff going, you get the mount. They were making it alt friendly, so the buff may just be across your whole account. Like, you just triggered across your account. So I was just leveling tunes each week. So I'd get on one tune that I wanted to level, do 5 Tom Walkers, get the buff, get credit for that week. Then next week, level the next person. Bada boom. Super easy to do. Yeah, it's another B, neutral B, as you can see, all the different sides. Here, let me go back to this one. This one's got a honeycomb on it. I like that, and that's the meta achievement B. So next up is Thrayir, Eyes of the Storm. So this is the Stormcrow mount, really cool model here. It's basically Rookmar model, and is blue and stormy. So this one, you got a whole bunch of stuff to do. So you can get rune keys. So you got Cyclonic rune key, which apparently drops from this special assignment. Thunderous rune key, which you get from Thunderous Fragments. So basically, you're going to be getting a bunch of keys from all over the isle. Looks like they already got a guide in the works already up on here. So that's awesome. I'll try to get mine together when I can do it live, just to make sure anything's changed. But yeah, so you collect 5 unique rune keys, go into the Forgotten Vaults, charge up the body, boom, get a Stormcrow mount. And it should be active. It looks like this is going to be active from the get, but you may have to do certain special assignments. But it is going to be a part of the Storm phase, so we'll have to see. So keep an eye on that one. Next, Hook Talon. This is going to be from the Plunder Storm. So when Plunder Storm comes around in January, it's going to have the Plunder Store. So instead of having to grind Renown and just get items in a set sequence, you're just going to be able to buy everything on the Plunder Storm for Plunder. I think that's great. I can't wait to do Plunder Storm with Cheese. Hopefully she'll want to play. And as you can see, it's just it's the same model of Parrot with different style. And I think that's always good because we all got different color. We all like different colors. When you ask someone, what's your favorite color? Most people are going to have a multitude of answers. For the people that like purple, we got something. And I think that's great. So, Parrot from that. Next up, this one, we don't know when it's going to be coming. So the Parrot, the last few, we know where they're coming from. This one is one of the Peacock models. It will be obtainable from a trading post in an upcoming month. Unfortunately, we can't say when. So in the journal, this is tagged as trading posts. So at some point, we're going to be getting this on the trading post. Could be a summer, or maybe for the Fire Festival. Also, maybe, or yeah, see, that would be way late. We don't know when we'll see this, but it looks good. Maybe March, maybe February, maybe January. I don't think January, but trading post bird looks all right. I like it. Next up, we got a plunder store mount. This one says 5k too, so mounts cost 5k. That seems cool to me. Just another cool Procolisk from the many that we've already gotten. And it does share some models. You may already have a couple. A bunch came from the trading post. And then another one I think was bought or something. But yeah, cool Procolisk mount. We're getting another one. Next up, the Urzel Flesh Whipper. Now, this is what I've been telling y'all to save your Time Warp badges for. So this is going to be new on the Legion Time Walking Vendor 5k Time Warp badges. Get your own Urzel. Now, people are complaining, oh, it's a recolor of a Mythic mount. Cool. Cool. We can farm that Mythic mount. Now we can get another. It's fine. Like, it's super easy to farm old raids now with all the skips. I think you can't really complain about that. Especially with something like this unique, getting a new color, you know, with the red Legion, with the Eridar. Imagine being a red Eridar with this red Urzel. There you go. There you go. You're a demon. You roll up on that, we're like, that's a freaking demon. Next up, the Janny mount, which, when ridden, turns you into Janny. This is you. You become Janny. And this is for the meta achievement for the War Within. Now, I kind of like that you turn into Janny. This is kind of cool. Like, imagine you're a druid. You can use this as your druid form. But thinking about that right now, Blizzard, travel form Janny for druids that get this meta? Once you get this meta, you unlock this druid form and just make it a travel form so they can do it instantly. I think that'd be cool. You know, I think that'd be legit. But either way, this is super cool. Turn into Janny, run around as Janny. Alright. Next up, this is another time walking one. This is from Cataclysm Vendors, so that's the one in Orgrimmar. When that comes around, which should be... Here, we'll bring up the calendar. The first Cata Time Walking will be with the patch. Cata hits right on the 17th, so this mount will be ready the 17th. Legion Time Walking, which we talked about early, will happen on the 21st. Alright, so there you go. So right on the 17th, for 5k Time Warp badges, you can get the new purplish, the more purple variant of the Twilight Drake right there for Time Warp badges. Now, see, it is more purple. So you got this dark version, you got the blue version, and, you know, you got this more purpley version. I ain't complaining. I actually wish we had a lot more Drake models. There's a lot on Classic that I wish we got in retail. I just like the cool Classic Drake. The Classic Drake, to me, was just a cool model when it was first added. It's nostalgia for me, for sure. Alright, next up, Shadow of Doubt. You shall not pass. So this is the new meta. It's going to take 6 weeks, or however long it takes to finish the Siren Isles meta, which we'll talk about that mount in a little bit. But you complete all the meta achievements for the current War Within stuff. So Dornogal meta that's going to be added. At Ashkahet, Hollowfall, Isle of Dorn, finish all those meta achievements that are being added with the patch. You'll be able to see them. You can complete them early, but the metas will be added in the patch. You finish the Siren Isle one, you shall not pass. Again, I'm going to link this site. You just click this. Bada boom, brings it all up. Shadow of Doubt, and Wowhead's going to have a guide for you. There you go. Alright. And it's just another one of these models. I think it's fine adding these colors. Everyone's got their own style. Like I've said before, we got the brown one, you got the purpley one, and now you got this more like, I would say it's like a black one, but it's more, you got gray and I get a little blue, but maybe they can go bluer than this, and this is like a gray black one, because they all got the like this, but it's more gray here. So you got gray, brown, and then purple. Yeah, so there's that. Next up, so that one was in the data, Broodling's in the data. Next up, we're getting some, or are in the journal. These are in the journal. Next up, it's not in the journal. Or actually, was this one in the journal? I don't remember seeing this one in the journal. Let me pull it up. Yeah, it's not in the journal yet. But this one is going to be showing up soon. Or possible. So, according to this, it's set as a reward from Apothecary Hummel during Love is in the Air. So this is going to be alongside the Love Rocket. If you don't have the Love Rocket, you don't have this, you got double mounts to be upset about not getting. And anyone who's already got the Love Rocket, you got a new mount to farm. Hopefully, it's quick and easy. But we got this cool Love Witch broom. I mean, it's like a broom, but it almost looks like a little scooter. Flying scooter. Yeah, dude, this is some Love Witch stuff going on. I think it's cool. A lot of people are going to love it. What if these are instant casts during Love is in the Air, like the one broom is for Halloween? Alright? Now, we got even more brooms. Now, this one I think is interesting. So this one is apparently will be obtained from the trading post, but they can't say when. It has tender linked to it, and it says trading post. What I think is interesting about this is it's Silver Moon Sweeper. Are we getting a Silver Moon Witch set? Because we've only seen the Sky Witch and the Goth Witch, and then the Love Witch. Twilight Witch. Twilight, Love, and Sky. Are we going to see the Silver Moon Witch? What are we going to... I mean, it's called just Silver Moon here, so... That's cool. So... Is Love Witch stuff made in Silver Moon? Is that where we get it from? But that's cool. I think this is cool. I like the red one. And then we got the Twilight Witch Sweeper, which... it's listed in as a Battle.net shop purchase, but also as a signed Trader's Tendy. So I was thinking for this one, it's going to be on the shop first and then trading post later, most likely. We'll see. I think they're going to sell this one here. They're going to sell this one during February. And then it's going to pop back up in like June, July. Or maybe even later. So this is the Twilight Witch. Super cool. I like these brooms, but it's not for anyone. It's cutesy. These are cutesy mounts. So all the people that like that stuff, you're having a good time. Now this one is listed as Battle.net shop purchase. So again, this is one they're going to probably be selling and then moving to the trading post. You know what it is. You can either save your tendies by buying it or save your real money by getting it with tendies later. Alright, yeah, so the Sky Witch Sweeper here. I mean, they're selling the Fox right now. So they're basically like, for the witches that don't want to ride the Fox, get your broom. Alright, so there's the Sky Witch one. Right, next up, we got the Lunar Launcher. So this one is going to be during the Lunar Festival. It's listed as being a purchase, not a rare drop. Thank goodness. Elder Coin farming will be good if I can get a nice cool little rocket mount. I do like the Lunar Festival for farming alts, so this is going to be nice. Hopefully we get a lot more rewards from the Lunar Festival. I haven't looked at everything on that yet. Next up, we got the So Easy Vintage Rave Shredder. Now this one comes from the Siren Isle. It's going to cost 10k of the new currency. We'll have to see how easy farming the currency was. It seemed easy at first, but they may have been changing stuff, so we'll have to see when it goes live. But you farm the currency, get the mount. You can infinite farm it. You farm it, get the mount from the vendor. It's so easy. Alright. Next up, the Breaker's Song. Now, this is the meta mount for the Isle Remember You. So this is the meta for the Isle. And this one has you getting all the gems, doing all the quests, killing all the rares, looting treasures, doing excavation. The main ones for these are going to be waiting through the quest line, which is, according to what we've seen, going to be 6 weeks. I think it should be shorter than that. Same with getting gem, going to take weeks. So just keep up with the Isles if you want this ship, which is a recolor restore mount. But now you can get it in game. It's just a different color, different style. I kind of like it. This one would fit really good on a cool Tyrion. Whereas the other one has more of a blood cell style. So I think that's cool. Then we got the Prismatic Snapdragon. Now this one is a multi-day quest chain. I think I've heard it's 10 days. So you complete this right there on the Isle daily, 10 days or however long. Then you get a Prismatic Snapdragon, which can change colors. You can feed it different stuff and change its colors. And it's just another of the Snapdragon mounts from Nazjatar, but you can change its colors, which I think is kind of cool. It's a cool way. Now I don't think we're going to get any more of these mounts, so this is it. If you like this mount, get this one and set it up however you want it, I guess. And then you got the Coppermane Quillin. Now this is a flying Quillin. We haven't gotten a lot of these. The only one that we've got that flies is the one from the Mop Collector's Edition or Deluxe Edition. Now this one is 5k from the Time Walking vendor on the Timeless Isle during Mists of Pandaria Time Walking. So that's cool. So that's a red one kind of style. And again, the only other one that flies is the green one. And it's the store-bought. And then Mop Time Walking will be the first one of January, I believe. Okay, so yeah. January 7th, Mop Time Walking. And then Draenor Time Walking right after. So that will be great. So right after the anniversary event, we'll get Mop Time Walking and the rest in line to get the rest of the mounts. Next up, we got the Savage Alabaster Turtle, which has a tender cost to it. And it's labeled under the trading post, but we can't say when. So right now we got the promotion one, which costs a bunch. That one is like $40. And we got the two we've already seen on the trading post. So this looks like another one. Maybe January, because we've already got December. So January, February, even later, maybe March, April. So we'll see when this one pops up. You never know. Definitely seems like a side item, not a main ticket at this point. Then we got the Nightfall Sky Reaver. 5k from the Warlords of Draenor Time Walking, which we just saw will be on the 14th of January. And then 5k Time Walking badges, and it's a new color of the Rylac. This is another recolor for store mount, so we're getting a lot of store mount recolors, which is good. So now, if you don't want to get stuff from the store, you can get them from these vendors. I think it's cool. I mean, I have the store one, and I'm going to get this one. Just got to save up my Time War badges, or farm them out, really. I got to farm them. So that's a cool one. Now we're getting into speculation mounts. So let's head down here and take a look at some of these other ones. So we got the Plunder Lord's Rether Croculus, which also seems like it could be a trading post mount, but it doesn't have a cost, I guess. And definitely feels like something they can throw on one of the months, maybe April, March, February. I don't see this as a January. I don't see it as a January one, but who knows. Then we got this Bat model, which is probably going to be the Season 2. They're speculating this is Season 2. It could change. Season 1 was a Bat. Season 2 may be a Bat. Man, if these could come from solo... I wish stuff like this would come from like Solo Shuffle or Solo RBGs, but I just hear they can't. And I'm just like, really? And then another one not officially announced or something in the data, I guess. We got the Blue Toad. And then they're speculating trading posts. I could see that. I could see a toad on a trading post. We've had a toad on the trading post before. Haven't we? Maybe not. Maybe not. Either way. Toad on the trading post, I'd be down. I'd be down. So, yeah, that's all the mounts. I'd imagine soon this website is going to do their own posts for all the new mounts. I'll link that also in the description. But I'll link this main site in the description, because it just helped me show off these mounts really good. A whole lot better than showing them off from the journal sometimes. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.